Whew. That last one was an adventure. Alright guys, Sky/Mike here. Once again, legal disclaimers out of the way. This is not my game. Everything about it, the design, the editing, the character design, location design, everything. It's Capcom, once again, not mine. So please thank Capcom for their official release. And support them please. They make really good games. And hello everybody, Sky/Mike is back here. This is a very long case. We're gonna keep it going. Get rid of some voice acting. Something like this will kind of calm me down a little bit. I underestimated the last part of Kid Chameleon.
So what do you think, Mr. Knight?
I think the prosecution is as confused as we are. After all, the victim was murdered in two different places at the same time, and a different suspect was arrested in each of the crime scenes.
Lana!
Good morning, Mr. Wright. I apologize for yesterday. I was indisposed. I hope it didn't hold you too long for questioning. We just finished actually. I'm used to all that,
So how'd it go?
It's as Mr. Wright suspects. The police are clueless. I figured as much, so I struck a plea bargain.
Plea bargain? What do you mean by that?
We agreed that if I told them the truth behind the simultaneous murder, they wouldn't seek capital punishment. That's what I mean by that.
But Lana, don't tell me you...
Much to my regret, I'm as much in the dark about this as they are. The Sky. We found trace evidence of a certain person in the police department's evidence room. They belong to Officer Jake Marshall. What kind of trace evidence? Blood-stained fingerprints, to be exact. That's a trump card I have up my sleeve today. You do understand what this means, don't you?
In order to defend my sister, you're gonna have to accuse Mr. Marshall?
We have to play the cards we're dealt. Isn't that right, Miss Sky? Do what you have to do, Mr. Wright. Alright, trial time. Order! Court is now back in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is... Hey, Bear. No. I'm not skipping this twice. I'm afraid you'll have to clarify. It takes 30 minutes by car to reach a police department for the prosecutor's office. If the victim Bruce Goodman was slain in both places at the same time. But that's not physically possible, is it? What's more, I hear the victim from the evidence room just disappeared.
Yes, the body eventually reappeared in the trunk of Mr. Edwards' car.
This is one messed up trial. One of my duties as prosecutor is to prevent impartial evidence. Today I will present evidence relating to the murder at the police department. In so doing, I believe the way in which we proceed will reveal itself.
So Mr. Seth was retro apart. He gets so... He sounds so on top of things. You know he doesn't know what's going on himself.
And that's supposed to be an admirable trait? Yes, there will be, Bear. Very well, let the trial resume. On the day of your crime, what exactly transpired at the police department? Mr. Edwards, you may call your first witness of the day to the stand. For its first witness, the prosecution calls the suspect in the murder that occurred at the police department. The suspect? You mean the so-called murderer? Oh no, it's Officer Meekins! Witness, please state his name and occupation. Yes, sir! I'm Officer Mike Meekins, sir! My occupation is, that would be murderer, sir! You can't be serious. So you're telling us you're a professional killer? Sir, it was me, sir! I'm the one who did it! I'll never kill anyone again, sir! You gotta believe me, sir! Actually, no way. Sir, I'm going to call part of the younger generation, sir! A person whose actions adults can't possibly comprehend! Please, Mr. Edwards, sir, help me, sir! Officer Meekins. Yes, sir! Give us your report to the crime. Consider that an order. Yes, sir! As you wish! After all, I am part of a generation that must be told what to do, sir!
a lack of enthusiasm.
Crime report, sir. Although it's not my normal duty, I was assigned to guard the evidence room that day. I spotted a suspicious man on a security screen and ran into the room. I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir. I was suddenly attacked. I fought for my life, and I did it. After that, I passed out until another officer smacked me awake. So the victim, Detective Goodman, attacked you? Hey, Blake Allen. Do unto others before they do unto you! That's the Meekins family motto, sir. I see. You fainted and a colleague helped you regain consciousness. Yes, sir! He knocked me upside the head, sir! Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. What I need here is more info to work with. Well, might as well press everything. Mr. Meekins, you work in the General Affairs Department, do you not? Yes, sir! I'm in charge of hiring new recruits, sir! Yikes. Now that's a scary thought. Evidence transfer was taking place on the day of the crime, which meant many officers were given special tasks not ordinarily performed. I was in charge of guarding the Blue Badger, sir. Blue Badger? Yes, sir! The lovely police mascot created by the chief of detectives, sir. I was to ensure it wasn't broken during the transferal process. That was my sole mission for the day, sir. I see. Sounds like a very important mission. After the award ceremony finished that day, there were so many people running around that I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room. Oh, so that's why you went to the evidence room. Tell us, what did you see when you got there? Or to enter the evidence room. Hey Ken, you need an ID card, am I correct? Precisely, sir! I have one right here around my neck! So then, your ID number should be listed on here, right? There it is! I found it! This is the one right here! Could you please read us the number? Yes, sir! It's 4989596! 4989596! That's my number, sir! I see. Huh? The number 4989596 is shown as being used twice! Please explain, witness. Yeah, it's no real mystery, sir. The first time is when I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room, and the second time is when I went to go get him after everything settled down. I see. So it was during that second time. Yes, sir! That was when I spotted a man on the security screen. So you were attacked. Can you please tell us exactly what happened to you? It was a knife, sir! A knife! Detective Goodman put a knife on you? What happened then? Well, with me turning in on him like that, he was as surprised as I was. That's when I reacted, sir! I swung my arms like an octopus, struggling to detain him. That's how I got this gash on my hand. If you had kept your cool, your hand wouldn't be. When I saw the blood trickling down my arm, I panicked. I grabbed the man by his collar. What exactly do you mean when you say you did it? I know I don't look the type, but I'm really into Kung Fu films, sir. The man let his guard down for just an instant, so I snatched his knife from him. I spun him around and performed a disarming maneuver. I made sure to close my eyes like a man. I see. He must have been desperate. The next thing I knew, his white coat was drenched in a sea of my blood, and then the next thing I knew... Yes? He punched me right in my face, sir! And then... About what time did you regain consciousness? No offense, sir, but how am I supposed to know that I was unconscious? Oh. Right. Hey, Blade. According to the report from the officer that woke up the witness, it was about 5:30. He hit me right in the head, too. I woke up crying tears of pain. That's nice. I mean, it's nice that you recovered, that is. When I came around, though, I made sure to finish my mission, sir. Your mission? Yes, sir. The Blue Badger, sir. I returned him to the entrance before things got out of hand. Shayna. Well, we can all rest easy now. I believe we now have a fairly accurate picture of what happened. Yes, Your Honor. Only one thing remains unclear. Was the man this officer murdered really the victim? He's got a point. Yes, Officer Meekins? With regard to that, sir... Take a look at this! It was sent to my jail cell! Chief Gant delivered it to me just this morning, sir! The Chief delivered it? What is that? A videotape? Yes, sir! That's absolutely right, sir! Videotape, sir! It contains footage from the security camera in the evidence room, sir! What? I specifically asked if there was such a tape, and was told it had been mistakenly erased. That's quite a mistake. I just do what I'm told, sir. And the only thing I'm really good at. It's like the police department is as good as ever. Well then, let's have a look. Show us the video of you murdering the victim. Oh, please stop using the word murder, sir. It scares me. A video of a real murder. Just what are we getting ourselves into? Shayna. Okay. Wait, I see that trench coat. Right in the face. Champa? I can't help but resist. I believe we're all thinking the same thing. How can we deal with these unsettling feelings stirred within us? What the hell was that wriggling piece of plywood? I was not expecting an H-bomb dropped out of nowhere in the Ace Attorney game. Let me regain myself. Okay. What the hell was that wriggling piece of plywood? Sir, that's the pride and joy of the entire criminals affair department, sir! It's a blue badger, sir! Why am I not surprised this isn't going smoothly? The security video. Yes, well anyway, this tape seems to prove that the witness didn't even encounter someone in the evidence room and some sort of activity did take place. Your Honor, instead of relying on clearly incomplete footage, the witness testimony will suffice. Is that alright with you, Officer Meekins? Yes, sir! As you wish, sir! Mystery Man. His face can't be clearly seen in the video, but there's no question that the other person was Detective Goodman, sir. I mean, he opened the locker which required Detective Goodman's fingerprint to do so. The locker he opened was unquestionably Detective Goodman's locker, sir, so it must be him! No one else could have unlocked it! What's this about a fingerprint? Each detective has been given a locker equipped with a fingerprint-activated lock. These locks ensure that each locker can only be opened by the detective it belongs to. Intriguing. That would mean the victim at the crime scene would have had to have been Detective Goodman. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. I don't know what this cross going to lead, but everything begins with contradictions. That's where I have to start. No one else could have unlocked it. However, the more important detail is not shown in this video. The man's face. Sir! If I may say something, sir! Please do. After all, you are the one being examined. I don't understand why the man's face is so important in this case, sir. I mean, it was his hand to open the fingerprint lock, and it was his hand that tried to thrust his bloody knife into my body, sir! My unsettled state can testify enough to this, sir! Yes, you have a point. The footage doesn't lie. That is almost a defense can find a problem with it.
That's right. Let's check the court record again.
Is there a problem with the security video? Regarding the video contained on his tape, there is one thing in particular that seems rather strange. Strange? This contradiction leads to the possibility that the man may not have been Detective Goodman. What? This video contains such a contradiction? Interesting. Your Honor, I have a proposal. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? Suppose we have the defense point out to us this alleged contradiction in the video. Allow me to point it out. Very well, proposal accepted. Let us further inspect this piece of evidence. I will now play the security tape. Mr. Wright, please show us this contradiction you speak of. I have to point out a problem in the video. This is the first time I've ever had to do that.
You can do it, Mr. Wright. It's setups, fast forward, rewind, or pause the video. Just take a good look and be sure to point out the right thing.
Please don't play it too many times. I can't stand watching this video. How did this guy ever become a police officer? Now then, Mr. Wright, please enlighten us. Where is the contradiction that indicates the man may not be Detective Goodman? Wait.
Take that!
That light's on. The thing that's strange about this video has got to be this. Officer Meekins. Sir, do you mean me, sir? As I understand it, the locker apparatus works like this. I can't resist. When you grab the handle, a sensor reads a fingerprint. If it's a match, the light turns on and the lock is released. According to my very limited experience, that's the way I understand it, sir. If so, then something is seriously wrong with this picture. God damn it. Oh, the light's on. It's already unlocked. Dun, dun, dun. When the victim reaches for a handle to open the locker, let's rewind to a little earlier. Dun, dun, dun. Again with that wriggling piece of plywood. Here, notice that light? What's this? It's already lit! Precisely my point, Your Honor. The locker was already open before the victim grabbed a handle. Ah! Order! Order! What's the meaning of this? It's very simple, Your Honor. The locker was unlocked on the day of the crime. But the locker locks are controlled by an electronic system. When the door is shut, a sensor is triggered, and the locker is automatically locked. Oh, I know! It must have broken down! Well, of course, I'm not an expert in this. It's not likely, Your Honor. The sensor would detect and report any malfunction. Oh, well. Just as a show, novices should keep their mouths shut. So then, Mr. Wright, do you have an explanation? Me, Your Honor? Yes. Why was the locker locked? Me, Your Honor? Yeah, well, you see, this isn't exactly my field. What do you think, Miss Scientific Investigator?
Maybe something like jam the system sensor?
Something jammed the sensor? Say, there's something else that seems out of place in this video.
Yeah, I thought so too. There's gotta be another clue somewhere in this footage.
Very well, let's inspect the video once more. locker wasn't locked. Mr. Wright, please point this out for us. Da, 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 da. Oh, wait, I'm gonna go back. What the hell is that?
Take that!
Please watch closely. This is a continuation of the part I showed you earlier. Oh, without the music for once. Walking, walking, walking. Walk and turn and walk and walk and turn and open the locker. And what the hell is that? What's this? Something white fell out of the locker. But sir, it's been my experience that things fall out when doors are open. I often fall out and roll great distances to open my car doors, sir. We can't be sure this item was completely inside the locker to begin with. What do you mean? The sensor triggers the lock when the door is shut. There's something was inserted, say, between the sensor and the door. Inserted? Oh yeah, I just roll great distances whenever I get out my car door. This white thing wasn't inside the locker. It was stuck between the door and the sensor. Oh, I understand now, sir. It's just like my tie. 2 out of 3 times it gets stuck in the door when I get out my patrol vehicle, sir. Instead of the door closing, my tie chokes me. But the object would have to be extremely thin to fit in the door. Not only that, it would also have to block electrical currents. It would need to be an insulator. Yes, an insulator. Oh, I see. There's just might have been something that fits in this direction. But sir, by insulator, you don't mean... Finally got this figured out. Very well. Defense, please present the relevant evidence. What was this insulator that was stuck in the locker door? I would say... this glove. I found this near the locker. A thin rubber glove. But we can't be sure that that was the victim's locker. It has a tag that says SL9 incident. The video seems to depict a victim opening the locker. But that isn't the case. The lit lamp attests to this. On the day of the crime, even I could have opened that locker. Is this not so, Officer Meekins? Sir, it would appear so, sir. Order! 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 So we believe that the victim, this witness stabbed in the evidence room, was not Detective Goodman? Do not be misled, Your Honor. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? Defense has merely demonstrated that possibility and nothing more. The victim in the video was indeed Bruce Goodman. The prosecution will offer one more testimony to prove this. What? Officer Meekins, please testify about this. Sir? Me, sir? I'm not sure what you're referring to, sir. Oh! You mean that, sir? Of course, sir! Is this a joke? Very well, begin your testimony. How did this guy get on the police force? There's one other thing that proves the man was Detective Goodman, sir. To enter the evidence room, one must use their ID card. When an ID card is used, there's a record of it. At the time of the crime, the detective had his ID and used his card. An ID card record. Let's see. I have the ID card record right here, Your Honor. Hey, wasn't that mine? The ID used at 514 is that of the victim. Just before the crime. Yes, without a doubt, this is the victim's ID card. However, one does strike things as unusual to me. Several hundred cases should have been due for transferal. Why were there so few people using this room? This particular evidence room is only used for storing certain special cases. Special cases? Extremely violent cases involving police staff.
Jesse right now makes my hair stand on end.
Me too. Oh, it doesn't make much of a difference. There are only a few cases up for transferal there, and most were cleared up by noon. Right. I see. Let's move on to the cross-examination. Cross-examine what? Well, I guess I'll just press everything. Alright, Meekins.
Hold it!
So, unlike your earlier testimony, you believe this to be rock solid, do you? Yes, sir! Solid as stone, sir! If my hand was wrapped in bandages, I'd even give a V for victory sign, sir!
Couldn't he just use his right hand?
It's your mouth, Foley. As we've seen, one never knows what he might say until the very last second.
Hold it!
ID card. Is that card hanging from the neck, one of those ID cards? Yes, sir! This card right next to my cuff, sir! I keep it here so I won't ever forget it! What if someone were to steal it from you, keeping it out in the open like that? Maybe I should wear it around my neck. Remember when I said 2 out of 3 times my tie gets stuck when I get out of my car? Well, the remaining time it's my ID card that gets stuck. Instead of the door closing, my ID card chokes me. Yeah, I should just leave this one alone. At any rate, each police officer only has one ID card. Both the police department and the prosecutor's office can attest to this. Please receive your testimony.
Hold it!
Record. Let it be noted that this is the record of witness referred to. Let me see. Yes, that would be it. Detective Goodman. What's the matter? According to this, Mr. Edgeworth, your name is on here! So it is, Your Honor. Not the prosecutor again!
Hey, maybe he's behind all this! Being a prosecutor, he can hide the evidence! What? That man is blue and murder! Shh! Don't stare at him!
You've got the wrong color, kid. Receive the inquiry committee will want to speak with you again today. I have none to be ashamed of regarding my actions or their consequences. For now, let us continue with the cross-examination.
Edgeworth, it must be so difficult for him.
This is crazy! Attempted crime detective in the card. Either I believe you testified that when you asked that man to show his ID card. He pulled a knife on you. Yes, sir! You didn't show me any ID card, sir! Don't you think that's odd? I mean, if he had his ID card, all he had to do was show it to you. There wouldn't be any reason to draw a knife. Maybe he just panicked! Everything stems from contradictions. Let's point them out.
Mr. Ray, what do you think?
I'm confused.
What?
The problem is ID card testimony is far too obvious. It's not like Edgeworth to miss something like this.
Don't be too hard about it. Come on, let's show what we got.
I think maybe it is. I'm willing to bet it's the ID card I gotta present, just to make sure. No, it wasn't that.
Objection!
Lost item report. Wait one moment, Officer Meekins. I'm not good at waiting, sir! I have the victim's ID card right here. I found it at the crime scene. Now, would that make sense? When I say crime scene, I'm not referring to the evidence room at the police department. I mean the other crime scene. The underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. Your Honor, I have one more piece of evidence to present. It's a very important clue regarding the victim's ID card. Lost item report? It's only half completed, but it shows that Detective Goodman had lost something on the day of the crime. Something important enough to fill out this report. Yes. I believe this is something to be his ID card, right? I can't say for sure, but there's a high probability. On the day of the crime, Detective Goodman was not carrying his card. Order! Order! So now, what does this all mean? It can only mean one thing. It doesn't even require much thought. The The man Officer Meekins encountered in the evidence room was not Detective Goodman, but rather the man who stole his ID card. Order! 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 Does the prosecution have a response? I have only one thing to say to the defense. Bravo, Mr. Wright. Bravo? Allow me to summarize the defense's argument. At 5:15 p.m. on a day of the crime, the man in the evidence room Officer Meekins encountered was not Detective Goodman. There are two grounds to support this. First, the locker in the evidence room was already unlocked. Second, the victim lost his ID card. Am I correct so far, Mr. Wright? Yes. What's he up to? That being the case, we must inevitably arrive at a single conclusion. If the victim in this video is a fake, then the murder in the evidence room is also fake. In other words, the security camera does not show the instant of the murder. That is... I guess that's right. There's something wrong, Mr. Wright. Only moments ago you seemed content to be pointing your finger around. This isn't going to end well. Well. It seems you finally realized exactly what you've gone to such. Explain yourself, Mr. Edgeworth. The defense has already done the explaining for me. The victim in this video is a fake, which means a murder did not take place at the police department at 5:15 on a day of crime. So the real crime could only take place at one location, the underground parking lot, the prosecutor's office. The murderer being Miss Lana Scott, the defendant. The evidence is compelling. A trustworthy witness observed the moment the defendant used a murder weapon. Ah! I knew that testimony was way too shabby. It was all a trap from the beginning. Activity in the evidence room still leaves many questions unanswered. Who exactly was the victim Officer Meekins encountered, and where did this person disappear to? However, this trial's purpose is to examine only the murder of Detective Goodman. Just so, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, we'll have to do something or else Lana...
How am I supposed to get myself out of this mess? I object.
Objection!
One moment, Your Honor. What now, Mr. Wright? Don't tell me you're objecting to what you've just proven. Of course not, but I've almost walked right into the prosecution's trap. What are you talking about? This cross-examination has proven one thing and one thing only. The security video did not show the actual murder. Da 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 da. That dummy the whole time. Da 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 da. When are you gonna get to the next scene? However, it cannot be said that it is unrelated to the murder in the parking lot. Oh, the bloody fingerprint. Specifically, large amounts of blood traces were found in the evidence room. The defense demands further examination into the truth of this matter. Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. If the court were to examine this further, other witnesses will be necessary. Is the prosecution prepared? I'm sorry, Your Honor. The prosecution considered the incident the police department to be unrelated. We have not prepared any other witnesses for this incident. This just might be my chance. Time to call a certain Texas Ranger to the stand.
Mr. Wright, what do you mean?
Your Honor, the defense would like to request a specific witness. Oh? Whom did you have in mind? Someone we have reason to believe knows the truth. The truth behind the activities that took place in the evidence room. The prosecution requests to hear this person's name before deciding whether or not to comply. Very well then, Mr. Wright, the person whom you'd like to have testify. What is his or her name?
Take that!
Officer Jake Marshall. Why him? I can't let Edgeworth know everything just yet. He's in charge of the evidence room. I feel we should hear what he has to say. The prosecution agrees to the defense's request. Since he was responsible for guarding the room, we should hear his testimony. Unfortunately, he works for the police department. It should be longer than 20 minutes to prepare. Very well. The court will take a 30-minute recess while witnesses subpoenaed. Will the prosecution please prepare to witness during this time? We will, Your Honor. Court is now in recess. But I'm not going to end it there. There's no stopping you in there, Mr. Wright. Huh? What do you mean? You called for Jake Marshall. It seems you figured everything out. I haven't figured anything out.
You're the one who knows everything! Emma, you always know everything! Why don't you just tell us? Mr. Wright's trying to prove his hardest to protect you!
I don't recall ever asking for his protection.
How can you be so cold? Don't you trust us? Don't you trust me?
Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals. Oh, guess I am. I'll come back later. Wait, Detective Gumshoe! What is it? You've got a lot of nerve, pal, making the detective run around while on duty. And to top it off, you call me here. I've seen happier people at funerals.
Sorry, Detective.
You better be, pal. Hey! 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 I didn't see you there, Chief Prosecutor Sky!
That's okay. So, you brought what I asked?
Oh. You mean this, right?
My apologies, Detective. Due to my present circumstances, I was forced to use Mr. Wright's name in making my request.
My name? Never in a million years would have thought it was you who asked me. Could I bother you to bring me the SO9 incident files? I'll need them by noon. Talk about crazy. The SO9 incident?
But Lana, I thought Mr. Wright might need them, so I had them brought here. Here, you might do well to read them.
I can't believe you, the Chief Prosecutor, were a witness in that case. This guy was a witness? Well, I got the incident files of the Joe Dark killings. Take it from me, you don't want anything to do with serial murders. Oh, what? Now that I brought you stuff, you're just gonna ignore me? Emma? But why? Why is your name in here?
What? My name's in there? I don't know. Unless... No, it couldn't be. Lana! This SO9 incident... Is that...
That's the classification number the police filed it under. 2 years ago, the rest of the world knew it as the Joe Dark killings.
Joe Dark... No. No, Lana! That's over with! No!
Emma, wait! She ran away. You know what? I just remembered. I gotta be somewhere. Sorry, pal, but I'm out of here. I'm gonna go eat some noodles! Jake Marshall, Angel Starr, Damon Gant, Miles Edgeworth. Not to mention Lana and Emma. Everyone involved in this case is connected to those killings 2 years ago. This can't be just a coincidence. Knowing you, just might be able to figure it out. Time to get back to the trial, Mr. Wright. Best of luck. I'm gonna take a good look at his file. To be continued, but I'm not going to end it there just yet. This day is a two-part day, so I'm going to see both parts done. No, I don't want to overwrite. Trial time. The court will now reconvene for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. Come back. Allow me to call the next witness to the stand. The officer in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day of the crime. It's high noon. Witness, please state your name and occupation. Glug, 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 glug. Partner, well, I'm just a man. Betrayals of civilization. Occasionally helping the elderly cross intersections when needed. Yes, we get it. know. You're a patrolman. Why are you drinking in a courtroom? As for my name, if you listen hard enough, you can hear the howling wind calling it out. To be exact, it's Jake Marshall. Howling wind? I've never heard Edward describe that wind before. Now, Mr. Marshall, let me ask you something. You were in charge of governing the evidence room on the day that crime took place. Is this correct? Now you're shaving in court! Judge, do you not see a problem with this? According to the papers, partner. What do you mean? Like Desperado souls in the desert sands. No paper can sum it up. Maybe it's best we get on with this quickly. Please share with us your testimony of the day of the crime. In plain old English. My job was to keep a wary eye on that bone owner. It said I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day, but that ain't my style. Besides, the room's protected by 2 security systems anyway. If I remember right, I was at a street side saloon in town. I'm just a innocent traveling man, so if you're out of ammo, it's time I hit the trail. Stop drinking in court! I can't say I particularly care for your attitude. I can't say I care for your beard, but you don't see me complaining. Wait a minute. What do you mean by 2 security systems? I mean security cameras and ID card reader. I reckon even a cowpoke like you knows about those. Yes, well, what about the fingerprint-activated locks on the evidence dock? You just shut your mouth. I know absolutely nothing about that, and I don't much care for your hair. Quite frankly, I don't take kindly to it. Fingerprint-activated locks? What kind of newfangled doohickeys are those? He's not being very helpful. He's not that good with machines. Or with following orders. Why you got a knife in court? Not normal at all. Why isn't the bailiff stopping him? Everyone's got their weaknesses, now don't they, Mr. Prosecutor? This one seems like trouble. Okay, Mr. Wright, he's all yours. Oh, gonna just press with everything first.
Hold it!
How exactly did you keep an eye on the evidence room? I just made sure you didn't go to the security camera monitor. That room's so still, you'd be tired dancing there. I was just a caretaker who interned in the corners. You interned them? Videos are nothing but that useful. Every time I go, I erase the tape. And the usual recorder tapes are meant to be erased every 6 hours. Each time I erase a tape, I erase the part of my life. Mood! These guys are forever dramatic, but it isn't going to do any good. So in actuality, you don't physically enter the evidence room.
Hold it!
But you made your rounds on the day of the crime, right? Ain't you heard a word I said, partner? I told you that ain't my style. I'm afraid I don't understand. No Desperado I know that's rules getting his way. No Desperados I know join the police force. It's Officer Marshall. The day of the crime, just between you and me, I didn't set foot in the evidence room. There's a rubber glove stuck in the victim's locker. Do you know anything about that? Sorry, partner. I can't say I do. But I have been in that criminal witness. I was stuck avoiding fire. Besides, you used to be a detective, so you used the evidence room in the past, correct? Of course. Back in the day, my locker was a gold mine of evidence. And yet, you didn't know about the fingerprint monument, was it? Sorry, partner. I ain't good with machines. I couldn't even tell you how a bike works. It's quite, incredible. The sensors on the lock handles can be seen. It's well known that some detectives are unaware of their presence. When he mentions it, Detective Gumshoe said something like that too. At any rate, it doesn't seem that this is relevant to the crime. Can you tell us what you were doing when the crime took place?
Hold it!
Street side saloon. What were you doing in a place like that? I was eating spaghetti. It's begin. Not even angel staples can beat that part with Mongolia Sepia pasta. Do you mean to tell us you abandon your police duties and eat some noodles? Not all desperados eat tacos. That's not what I meant. I hope you has taught you a lesson. That's strange. This is usually what Edward says. Did you not want to raise this? You're not going anywhere, bitch. Out of ammo, Officer Marshall? That's right, partner. Or as you call it, evidence. If you plan to pin me to this crime, you better draw. Otherwise, you're just wasting my time. I'll steal a horse and wait and carry me back west into the sunset. One thing seems clear. Despite being responsible for guarding the evidence room, the witness doesn't appear to have seen anything. Gotta be that bloody fingerprint. It has to be. Oh, damn it, I didn't mean to press. You're not going anywhere, bitch! Objection! Officer Marshall, doesn't it strike you as odd? That is, you being called to testify like this? After all, you weren't in the security room at the time of the crime. And yet you dragged me down here. Explain yourself, partner. It's quite simple. You left a very large trail behind at the scene. Or to be exact, a handprint. Like I said, I'm the caretaker. I pay my respects. That is, I make my rounds about once a month. It's only natural my fingerprints would be. Objection! I only wish it were, officer. But you see, your fingerprints were covered in blood. Witness! What's the meaning of this? Your blood-stained fingerprints were at the crime scene? The blood is wiped away. However, a luminol test clearly revealed this. Well, Officer Marshall? It seems to me there ain't a person in this room that had the shoulders. I take it, not an explanation then, Officer Marshall. Sorry. About the... No, Ken, it's not my last one for today. About the blood-stained fingerprints. Very well, you may begin your testimony by your fingerprints. Found at a crime scene. Crime scene. Like I said, it's only natural for my fingerprints to be in that evidence room. One of them just happened to be at the same place as the blood-stained handprint. The murderer touched the locker and my fingerprint was by chance. The blood-stained and the fingerprint completely or to gloves. See, I had nothing to do with it. The witness's explanation appears valid. Although there's room for doubt, life wouldn't be much fun without any doubt, partner. The defense may now cross-examine the witness. This guy's hiding something. I can feel it. That's my chance to prove it. It's not natural. Oh, no. 800-pound deadlift. Damn. That's because you... How'd you put it? Pay your respects once a month? Yeah, that's right. That and one more thing. That locker happened to be robbed. What? What do you mean? I mean what I said. That's the locker I use now as a detective. The locker I still use. All that's in there now is a heap of broken dreams. It'd be strange if my prints weren't all over that locker. Stop shaving Marshall in front of us. How do you know that? I may be alone, but I still do my job. I keep up with evidence. There's a blood stain at the scene thought to be left by the murderer. That's right. It was found on Detective Gumshoe's locker. However, no fingerprints were detected on that handprint. Yeah, I think we tried that too. So that would mean the murderer wearing gloves happened to place their hand on Officer Marshall's fingerprint. That's the only logical conclusion. Are you starting to get the picture, partner? The picture? The sealed blood. In the desert, it's just food for the buzzards. Follow the buzzards. There's only one reality, and that's this. The security tape. So long as my trail wasn't in there, you can't say otherwise. This isn't getting us anywhere, Mr. Wright. Please consider carefully where you're going with this cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Now then, continue your testimony, Officer Marshall. Too bad it wasn't me in that video, right, partner?
Objection!
Shit, wrong one. Damn it! Unprecedented. What do you mean by that? Tony and Zaya? You want to tie me to this crime, ain't that right, partner? If so, that video was the only direct evidence needed. But that video is next to useless! It's full of blind spots! Blind spots? Places you can't see! The camera's panning back and forth, the floor isn't shown. If someone was familiar with the camera's position, they could leave the room without being caught on tape. We don't have time for your speculations, Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright, can you show us evidence in the video that indicates Officer Marshall was present? Please do so now. Very well. Allow me to point out your mistake, Officer Marshall. That mascot's so crazy red. Tread carefully, Mr. Wright, or you might be the one making a mistake. Now then, let's have another look at the video. Show us the incriminating evidence of the witness, Officer Jake Marshall. Da, 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 da. Maybe? Wait, what's that? That was never there before.
Take that!
Bringing our attention back to the security camera is a mistake I'm afraid you'll not soon forget, Officer Marshall. The days are short in Texas, and so are our tempers. Could you sum up what you have to say in 8 words or less? Very well. You can clearly be seen in this video. Exactly 8 words. Not bad, partner. The key lies in a certain locker shown in the video. The locker with the white cloth sticking out? That was the witness's memory. Now then, let's rewind the video a bit. Nothing. Oh, the white cloth. It's gone. What's the meaning of this, Officer Marshall? When the crime took place, the white cloth wasn't there. Then it suddenly appeared. There's only one explanation. Officer Marshall, you were in the evidence room at the time of the crime. What's more, you opened your locker when the camera was turned away. Order! Order! It would seem that is only... Fine, hold your horses. Sorry, partner, but you got the wrong man. So what am I locked on? That doesn't mean I'm the one who opened it. The murderer needed to hide something, so he opened a locker and stuck it in. It's not my fault he happened to choose mine. Why is everyone staring at me like I'm a wanted man? Dead or alive? This guy isn't just plain dumb. He really doesn't know. I hate to rain on your parade, but you're the only person who can open that particular locker. Oh yeah? I call it bluff. You say I opened that locker. Now prove it! Grizzled young veterans? How about I give to you the locker? Fingerprint sensor? We talked about this earlier today. LA Ground Zero. Not bad. Lockers can only be opened by the detectives they belong to. What kind of crazy talk is this? Well, Detective Gumshoe did mention something about this. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people on the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks. So, Sheriff, what do you have to say in 8 words or less? I only got 1 word for you, partner. No! Travis Banks. Order! 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 Witness, explain yourself! If this is a joke, it's the worst I've ever heard. I assure you this is no joke, Officer Marshall. Now then, please tell us what you were doing in the evidence room at the time of the crime. Olay! Please answer the question! What is he now, a bullfighter? It's alright, Officer Marshall. I believe we can figure the rest out from here. We can? How will we get the floor plans? There's no place for someone to hide in the evidence room. Yet Officer Meekins didn't see Officer Marshall. If that's so, then where's the witness? It seems Mr. Wright has the answer. That's right. The only possible conclusion. Well then, let's hear it. He would be...
Take that!
Officer Marshall was standing right here. There? That's where the victim, Detective Goodman, was. Correct. Unless the man wasn't Detective Goodman, I believe the victim in this video is Officer Marshall. It was you dressed like Detective Goodman. Marco Stone was awesome, but that's preposterous. Officer Meekins witnessed the detective at the crime scene. When he saw the man's face, he'd know for sure. May I point you out, though, Officer Meekins did not know Detective Goodman. He also testified about the man's reaction when confronted. When I entered the evidence room, I asked him to show his card, sir. Yes? And how did Detective Goodman respond? He suddenly pulled a knife on me! Something about the officer's story puzzled me. If the man had his ID card, why didn't he just show it? Yes, he would have needed it to enter the evidence room, so he must have carried it. The answer is simple. He couldn't show it. AC, baby! Now that was a good showing, and I've actually seen him live before, Ken. Twice. As you can see, Detective Goodman's picture is on his ID card. I get it. If he showed that, his cover would have been blown. Officer Meekins would have realized this man wasn't Detective Goodman. Do you have anything to say to this, Officer Marshall? You've got quite an imagination, partner. We got a term for that. It's called circumstantial evidence. Circumstantial evidence? He's SSW United. You're gonna have to do better than that to bring a detective, unless you have hard evidence proving I dressed up as the victim. I can't say I particularly care for your uncooperative disposition. I can't say I care for your beard, but you don't see me clearly. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any evidence proving beyond a shadow of a doubt that Officer Marshall dressed up as the victim? Well, who am I kidding? I don't have anything like that. I can see the fear in your eyes, partner. Seems you're the one who couldn't take the desert heat. I don't actually, Ken. This can't be happening. It's so obvious he's the one. What can I do? Looks like your lack of experience has finally been exposed. I'll pass on to you what someone told me when I was just starting out. When you've run into a wall with no place to go, return to the basics. The basics? For me, that would be what Mia used to tell me. Phoenix, try thinking outside the box. I shouldn't look for proof that Officer Marshall was in disguise. But rather, I should look for evidence that came about because he was in disguise. Why do you think this locker was opened in the first place? Me. There's no reason for Officer Marshall to open his locker at the time of the crime. Yet he did, despite the chance it might get discovered later, as it has been. Because he didn't originally plan to open his locker. According to defense's argument, Officer Jake Marshall dressed up as Detective Goodman at the time of the crime, and after the crime was committed, he opened his own locker for some unknown reason. The fact that a white cloth is sticking out of the locker seems to indicate that when he opened it in order to put the cloth inside. So, just what exactly is this piece of cloth? Perhaps this video is the key to all of our unanswered questions. I don't have any evidence, so this video is my only shot. Well then, let's have another look at the security tape. After committing a crime, the witness opened a locker to put away a white cloth. Please show us why the witness had to open his locker. Why, Ken? No, go ahead, Ken. Oh, I see.
Take that!
For some reason, you disguised yourself as Detective Goodman and entered the evidence room, though I don't know to what end. Yet. However, something unexpected happened. Officer Meekins barged in on you. When asked to show your ID card, you pulled a knife on him. However, Officer Meekins panicked, and the white coat you were wearing was soiled with blood. Maybe MJF? A bloody white coat. You couldn't just walk out like that, so you hid the coat in your own locker. Not bad, partner. Now then, Officer Marshall, are you ready to tell us the truth? Looks like I underestimated you all. I hope you're happy now, Mr. Edgeworth. 2 years ago, if you were only half as persistent then as you are today, we all wouldn't have to be here now would we? Officer Marshall, tell the court what you did. All of it. All right. It seems the time has come. I had to do it that day. I couldn't just stand by and let it die. I stole the detective's ID and dressed like him. I planned to take out the evidence. I wasn't expecting Officer Meekins. I knocked him out and managed to escape. I knew which areas wouldn't be caught on the cameras. There wasn't any murder in the evidence room at 515. So the supposed victim was really you. But there's one thing I still don't understand. traces of a large quantity of blood were found on the floor of the evidence room. If no one was murdered, then how could that be? Officer Meekins managed to cut his own hand. My guess is he's the donor. It was way too much blood for such a small donation. Heavy on Helico and Jack Evans? When you say by that, you mean, do you even have to ask, partner? The SO9 incident. 2 years have passed since that case was closed. It was going to completely end with a transfer on that day. Not if I had anything to do with it. That incident's not over. What did you hope to accomplish by sneaking into the evidence room? When a case is closed, only the case's lead detective can look through the evidence. I wanted to have a look at it myself one more time. No matter what the cost. I don't care what anyone says, partner. That case is mine. Officer Marshall wasn't in charge of that investigation. Why does he care so much about it? That day was my last chance. That's when I stole it. Why did you disguise yourself as Detective Goodman? If I didn't make it look like Goodman was carrying out the evidence transfer, I'd be arrested for stealing evidence, which wouldn't get me anywhere. Maybe Zoe, Riho, and Hikaru? So you did it to fool the security camera. And the detective's ID card? I stole that the morning of the incident. So that really was why Goodman started filling out that lawsuit. I returned his ID card. I left it on the floor in the prosecutor's office parking lot. The ID card I got was left by Officer Marshall. So essentially, you managed to succeed despite your lack of foresight. What do you mean, partner? I mean the fingerprint-activated lock, of course. No matter how well you disguise yourself, you can't change your fingerprints. Under normal circumstances, you would have been able to open that locker yourself. But even if you could, because the rubber glove just happened to be stuck in the door. It means Detective Goodman must have opened the locker before Officer Marshall. You pulled a knife on Officer Meekins and tried to drive him off? Let's just say I was a little surprised. I only planned on being in the evidence room for no more than 5 minutes. Moxley, I didn't think anyone would come in during that short time. Officer Meekins certainly is a 1 in a million type person. Mistaking a detective for an intruder and demanding to show his ID. I'll have to think a little more about his raise this year. When did Edward get so much influence? Anyway, he threw himself at me and I ended up cutting him slack. I'm sorry it had to turn out that way. Me knocking him out and everything. By the way, what happened to your knife? Oh, you mean this knife? Marshall? I think somebody would want to have a word about that knife. That's not a knife! This is a knife! I don't know what to say. So you knocked Officer Meekins out. Why would you knock out an officer who most likely is under the special ed category, Marshall? Come on, Meekins can't help himself. He managed to escape. So you did your research beforehand. Those who got into the desert unprepared don't live long, partner. I don't think it'd make a difference, though. The security tape is erased every 6 hours. If all had gone as planned, no footage would have been left. However, you bloodied your coat in the struggle with Officer Meekins. If someone was in the security room when I came out, the jig would have been up. I opened the locker and stashed it in there. It's just a shaving knife, not a hunting knife. Maybe... Britt? What was Officer Meekins doing during that time? What else? He was sleeping like a baby. So what you're saying is on that day... Any murder... But the blood found at the scene certainly indicates the crime took place. What, are you blind? The victim shown on that tape is me, and I'm not dead yet, partner. So you stole the evidence from the locker. Actually, no I didn't. Why not? When I opened the locker, the evidence was already gone. Shaving knives are actually rectangular. What? Mr. Edgeworth! Where's that evidence? It's still missing. Detective Goodman's locker is already empty. Someone else stole the evidence. Officer Marshall, may I ask you one thing? Fire away, partner. It's a free country. Just remember, I'm also free to decide whether or not to answer. Why'd you do this? Stealing the detective's ID, injuring a police officer. This is no small offense. Moreover, you're an officer yourself. This will have serious consequences. It can't just be simply forgiven with a simple cut in salary. Not that salary cuts are ever a valid solution. Like I said, this isn't your case. This one's mine. Oh, okay. And I'll do anything it takes to get an answer I'm satisfied with. This is an unusual amount of zeal. Let's hear more. I can't just forget about the SO9 incident. You know why? Why? But that case was solved 2 years ago, wasn't it? That's the reason the evidence was stored in the evidence room. Joe Dark was convicted for his crimes. One thing I can say for sure is he deserved his sentence. Remember the Joe Dark case? It involved serial murders, didn't it? I don't intend to complain about how it turned out. There's something that still bothers me. Something went down in that trial. Something no one will talk about. What happened? I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out. Well, he has not shaving knife. He shouldn't be shaving with it. Yeah, you know, that's a quick way to slice the chin. Or if you're extremely uncareful, slit the throat. Why is he so concerned with that incident? Maybe I should present him with what I think his real reason is. I'm feeling he might appear sooner or later. Anyone involved here is related in some way to this case. No, it looks like his shaggy and long brown hair and started to wander the desert. He just broke away from the mystery game and just started wandering. So you throw a shaving knife, so... What happened on this one? Closed. Perpetrator Joe Dark, crime, serial murders, Sammy's death. Victims Edward Jones, Jason Knight, Edith Kirby, Rachel Ross, Jeff Bates, Neil Marshall. Wait, Marshall? Oh shit! The guy must have actually killed a relative of his. No wonder he's so hell-bent on solving it. But odds of it, he has a Damascus. Officer Marshall, I think I understand. I think I know why you care so much about the SL9 incident. Sounds like you've been sipping too much cactus juice, partner. I have the SL9 incident file here. The name Marshall is mentioned in here. It's a list of murder victims. Neil Marshall. Are you related to this man? Neil Marshall? Yeah, I'm sure you've heard the name. 2 years ago, he received the same lousy prosecutor award you got. What? A prosecutor? He must be talking about the King of Prosecutors award. Now I remember. Prosecutor Neil Marshall. He handled the SL9 case before I did. That's right. He was killed. And the case fell into your hands. But what's his relation to you? He was my brother. I mean, you can get a plain steel blade with no pattern. He was investigating the murders with David again, the then deputy chief of police. The group of detectives I was part of worked under them. They were desperate to prosecute the killer. Joe Dark. My brother fought Dark and was killed. That was the first time Dark left behind any evidence. That was all we needed. Okay, Kevin. He was arraigned and incarcerated. The case was finally closed. At least, according to the public records. What do you mean? My brother couldn't have been killed by Joe Dark. Dark has a kitchen knife. I knew my brother buried him anyway. No one could have beaten him with that. That's it. That's the reason for your insane actions. There's more to my brother's death than what the records say. No matter how much you try to hide it, you can't fool me. Well, at least one thing's for certain. Now we know what happened at the police department on the day of the crime. That was the last day the SO9 case could be reopened. Knives are only made to be used to cut ingredients for food. Not satisfied with his resolution, Officer Marshall planned to steal the evidence. Disguised himself as Detective Green, he entered the evidence room. Officer Meekins confronted him, so he rendered him unconscious and fled. Yes, this mystery has finally been cleared up. No murder took place at the police department that day. I do agree. The things that happen by chance never cease to amaze. At exactly the same time as a murder at the prosecutor's office, a fake murder was going on at the police department. Chance? It's gotta be more than just that. So if no one was murdered at the police department on the day of the crime, that means the murder in the prosecutor's office parking lot was the real one. Which in turn means only one person could have committed the crime. Chief Prosecutor Lava Scott. But wait! A verdict wasn't reached in yesterday's trial! Which is why we examined the incident at the police department today. But there's only one reason the defendant was not convicted yesterday. Unless you're talking about Kunai. Yes, I know about those. There yet remained a mystery of the simultaneous murder at the police department. It seems to me this boy's got drawn, partner. All the mysteries in the police department have been resolved, no doubt about it. Our sole murder took place at the prosecutor's office. The only suspect is Lana Sky. And the testimony of one Miss Angel Star is completely incontestable. We have a response. Make it a single word or less. Objection! Ah! I rest my case. It seems the trial has reached its conclusion. There's no need for doubt. Well done, Mr. Wright. Thanks to you, I didn't need to waste my time disproving the alleged murder at the police department. No, there's no doubt what I proved today is true. The apparent murder on the security camera's tape really was fake, but I didn't realize that would end up proving Lana guilty. Now that the time for the verdict has arrived, this court finds a defendant. On with it! Emma?
Your Honor, wait!
Emma!
The defense has an objection! A scientific objection! Right?
What do you mean, right? Mr. Wright? Are you this girl's guardian? Your Honor? Oh, in a sense.
Please, Your Honor, all I'm asking is for a minute of your time. Please hear me out. Mr. Edward, please.
I don't want to leave any loose ends. You want a minute? I'll give you 3.
I was kind of in shock. I mean, finding out the SO9 incident referred to the Joe Dark killings.
And she mentions it. Names of the Sky Sisters were on that file.
But that's when I figured it out.
Technically, I really don't even know who the GM of Kumite is.
I mean, what Officer Marshall was trying to do that day, so I knew his fingerprint had nothing to do with the crime. I left only one thing, the other handprint.
You mean the traces of blood found on Detective Gumshoe's locker? But no fingerprints were found on him, right?
No, but I figured if I examined it scientifically, I'd be sure to find a clue. So I ran over there and looked at it again.
So did you find something?
No.
Huh?
Sorry, I guess I'm not much of a scientific investigator after all.
Is that all?
Please don't be mad. I'm just a high school student.
I'm just an attorney.
Mr. Wright, the traces of blood are the only clue we have. We can't find something wrong with them.
Not sure.
You're a professional. If anyone can save Lana, it's you.
Me? Oh boy. Time's up. Now then, Mr. Light. With regard to the incident at the police department, does any reasonable doubt remain? It appears the defense is troubled by another blood mark. Looking into floor plans, a handprint was discovered around here. Is there a problem with this?
Mr. Wright, I'm sorry I can't be of more use. But still, you can't find anything wrong with that blood mark, Lana or me.
Please answer my question, Mr. Wright. You don't have all day. Possibly. If I ever need to concentrate now. What could be wrong with that handprint Detective Gumshoe's locker? Sister, could there be something I'm missing? I object! This handprint left at the crime scene clearly shows a contradiction. The only thing that seems clear is your grasping, Mr. Wright. You've been staring pretty intently at the floor plans. Tell me, is there a problem with them? Yes, there's strange. Take a good look at these floor plans. Something is missing. Missing? You mean something hasn't been drawn on there? Yes. Something that, when drawn, will completely change the meaning of the blood mark. I was afraid the defense is simply trying to buy time. Very well, Mr. Wright. As evidence here, there's gotta be something I can use. The question is, which item can prove something is wrong with the floor plans? Nice. What about that piece of plywood? The Blue Badger, mascot of the police force, defender of truth, guardian of proof. Explain yourself, Mr. Wright. Please look at the floor plans of the crime scene. The Blue Badger is not here. So watch what happens when we put him in. This is where he was dancing at the time of the crime. Well, what? Oh! That's right. So long as the Blue Badger is dancing here, it would be impossible to place a handprint at the spot on the locker. What? Order! So that means... What exactly does this mean? It means it can't be done. What are you saying? Blood traces were undeniably found on that locker. Don't look at me, I didn't put it there.
Mr. Wright, think it through scientifically.
Emma!
On that afternoon, Officer Meekins was the one who brought the Blue Badger to the evidence room, right? After we put it down, it would be impossible to leave a handprint in one locker.
And it's his blood mark. Hold on. Was left there before the Blue Badger is brought in. Just one moment. I will not allow such far-fetched balderdash in my courtroom. They sound far-fetched, Your Honor. It's the only possible explanation. On February 21st, in the police department's evidence room, blood was spilled not once but twice. But how? One time was captured on this tape, taken by the security camera. Officer Meekins cut his hand, from which a trivial amount of blood fell. The problem is, the other time. Something bled prior to the struggle on this tape. It had to have been Detective Goodman when he was really murdered. That's ridiculous. I refuse to accept your absurd claim. The murderer portrayed in the security tape had been proven to be a fake. However, that does not explain the blood mark found on the locker. So then, assuming this murder you purport really happened, when did it take place? I demand you show evidence that proves when it occurred. When did the first incident occur? To summarize, the defense claims that prior to Officer Meekins being cut by J.D. Marshall, who was posing as Detective Goodman, another incident took place in that evidence room. That's right. The blood mark on the locker proves this. Well, tell us, when did the first incident occur? As Mr. Edwards said, proof must be presented. Proof that shows when the murder took place. There's only one piece of evidence that shows that. Now then, the defense, please present the evidence. What shows when the first crime took place? You have to read the ID record.
Take that!
The crime took place inside the evidence room, and the killer would have had to have entered it. And in order to do so, an ID card would have been required. ID card? Oh! The ID card record! Officer Meekins brought the Blue Badger panel into the evidence room at 4:50 p.m. If the crime took place before that time, it would be 4:40 p.m. Miles Edgeworth! Just what have you done? I never would have figured you had nerve, boy. Drop the act witness. It doesn't take a lot of thought to figure out it couldn't have been me. Nope, I ain't getting it. I'm afraid I don't understand either. It's clear from the luminol test that blood was there. However, when the second crime took place, both Officer Meekins and Officer Marshall failed to notice the blood. That means the blood from the first crime was wiped away. But a real murderer, I would have had just 10 minutes to murder the victim, carry his body away, and clean up the blood. Unfortunately, that's physically impossible. It would mean the crime must have taken place before Mr. Edgeworth entered the evidence room. Let's look at the chart again. There's only one other card number remaining. 7777777. Talk about a lucky number. But wait! That doesn't make sense! How could Detective Goodman have entered the evidence room? Since there's no record of his card being used beforehand, he must have entered along with the real murderer. That's the only plausible explanation. He went in with 7777777. Mr. Edgeworth, please look into this ASAP! Find out whose ID number is 7777777. It's one 7 too many, Your Honor. Fortunately, whatever would have found on the ID card. At least at present. What? Explain yourself, son. The ID number 7777777 belongs to someone with a rank of captain or higher. Someone who is a so-called executive officer. Damon Gant? You don't have the authority to inquire such a person.
Objection!
But that's ridiculous! Just how? You're not finished talking, Mr. Wright. There's one situation in which we can be granted such authority. An official charge filed against the executive's executive. An official charge. You're more like on your cover-ups and forgeries. That's how the prosecutor's office operates. I take pride in my work, Officer Marshall. I would appreciate it if you kept your slander to yourself. Slander, is it? Okay. Let me ask a question. Yes? No, not to you. To her, the defendant sitting over there. Your own little executive. Lana? Don't be stupid. She's been charged with murder. Of course, we've looked up her ID number. And it's not 7777777! Don't play me for a fool, partner. That's not what I want to ask. All I need to know is one thing. About the incident. The SO9 incident? Answer me this, Chief Prosecutor. In that trial 2 years ago, did you really only use legitimate evidence? Do you need a witness to repeat his question, Chief Prosecutor? I heard him fine, Mr. Edgeworth. 2 years ago, I was in charge for the prosecution for that trial. At the time, we felt the powerlessness of the law. At least, I did. I became a prosecutor in order to suppress crime with the law. But before I realized it, we were the ones being suppressed by the law. Defendant, just what are you saying? I'll ask you again, Chief Prosecutor. During that trial 2 years ago, did you really present all the evidence in court? Can you look me, an investigator in that crime, in the eye and say you did? Chief Prosecutor, you didn't! I don't have to, Officer Marshall. Why won't you answer him? Drastic crime requires drastic measures. That's just the way it is. We did what we had to in order to get him the verdict he deserved.
But Lana,
Even if it involved forging evidence. You didn't! She did. See? That's what I'm talking about. No. No! Order! 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 Damn it! Order! Order! Damn it! Mr. Winford's caused quite a stir. The constant clue would come out with quo. The conclusion of the trial. We'll have to wait until the following day. Why is no one ordering? Damn it! I demand order! Okay, that's it. I'm throwing you all in contempt of court. Okay. I think that's a good ending point. What the fuck did we just witness? They didn't just forge evidence. Oh man, I need a drink. Or maybe two. So yeah, Scott Mike signing off for a few minutes. If you venture to a casino, don't deal with a devil. And make sure he doesn't forge any evidence. See you guys later.